Hey, 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 how you doing? How you doing? This is Queen Lisa. I'm the host for this channel. Welcome to Conscious Waters, Ocean Deep. So, Taurus, this is your reading. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope you guys are looking forward to your week ahead. Please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and press the notification bell so that you can be updated when I've uploaded new readings to this platform. Also, please check your sun, moon, rising and Venus signs and any other star sign you have in your birth chart that may resonate with the readings on this channel. Please take what you like and leave the rest. Also, I'm giving out some free private and personal readings up until the ending of this month. So if you want to get one, then please get one while you can, okay? So, just want to say thank you to you all who have liked, commented and subscribed to this channel so far. Please continue to do so and press the notification bell. So, what's going on? What's going on for Taurus? Okay, I'm hearing something to do with love life being a bit problematic. Okay. I'm hearing continue to partner up with your smart mind and see that revenge is certainly something that I wouldn't want with you. I just deal with my mind in different ways than you. I don't want to hear that you're not seeing it, but I feel like you know what I do, and I'm not going to practice bad news in my mind to help your mind to heal. I just want to turn around and feel like I have better news than you. If I want to war with you, I'm going to war with you, but I don't feel like it's worth it, so I'm going to stop what I'm doing in the next 2 weeks to a month and maybe see if I have problems or people or negative energy in my mind. So it does say people are there watching you or even wondering why they need to speak so much to you. It says they don't know how to support you, but they will plead guilty in their minds for nervousness or why they needed to conquer or control or even try to. It says domination or domination. It could be some type of domination. Okay, someone is controlling an obsession, okay, and is struggling here but strongly wants to support the idea that pleasing you is not something they really want to do. It's bad news that they want to control you with and don't want to hear anything other than this. It says you need to speak about what it is that you want. Certainly wouldn't want to hear that I'm going to probably give you a problem, but I needed to, and I wondered if I could still do this. Wasn't going to hear no more time in my mind after this. Wouldn't want to hear bad news is coming if I practice what it is that I would like to do instead of what you would like to do. Wouldn't want to hear bad news, so I'm certainly not going to give you any if it comes back to me that I can't. I just know that I'm not going to see you again, and I hurt, and I hurt, and I hurt. Okay, so I don't know if this is you, Taurus, that feels this way, okay, about someone or something here, or if this is an Aries or someone that's controlling, okay, just a person that's controlling. Could be a bit bossy or could, you know, have some type of management management qualities. It does say no nervousness is there with the person that's trying to push you into a problem, but it does say you wonder why he has to be so negative. Okay, all right. So see, someone is controlling an obsession or something toxic, but is struggling to come through with it. It does say pleasing myself is something I want. I don't understand why I can't get you or her or him. I just know that I'm struggling. Okay, so someone's struggling with their dominance here, but is obsessed with trying to get something that they want. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Just laugh if you feel like you've got the upper hand, because I never thought I could have problems like today, or even 2 years later. I never thought I would have problems, but you give me a lot of nerves trying to practice witchcraft or even problematic things to make you feel like you could have me in your mind constantly worked on. I feel like bad news is there for you if I feel like I want to bring it to you constantly. I don't know how to support the team or the team members that are inviting me into the mind of yours to help you see that it's not going to work out for you. It says we all feel like you should have got done or dumped or even hurt. We don't know how to support this, but more and more and more time over, they want this to happen. Oh, someone's very negative. Very. Okay. Someone has been struggling with their lies, though. They're always lying and making fun of you, and maybe even teething away your family members in the meantime is something that they wanted to do. Certainly wanted to try and warn you that they could steal from you or take members of your family and make them feel bad for you and make you feel like you could have problems with people that have bad news in this way too. Gosh, what kind of negative energy is this? So someone wanted to be negative by taking away certain people's family members. Ooh. It says no need to speak. Warning, they're arrested in their mind, or maybe even presented with a caution. Someone told them off one day and said, you lot will be done for if you think you're going to harm everyone because of your mindsets and maybe how you deal with people. Mentally, you're going to stress out one day at a time and see that bad news is never going to be something that they all see, but you will see it. It says no one else but you. Because the problem with you is you don't want to speak to anyone or even hear what they have to say. You will have problems with your life. It says no one said this more than you, telling them that they will get this. It says they will get it, not you. Okay, so apparently they're gonna get it and not you, honey. All right. It does say love life is certainly going to be blessed now. Doesn't seem like you had good news, but laugh if you feel like laughing. You've left something behind, or you're leaving something behind in 2 weeks or less. It says certainly wouldn't want to hear bad news is coming, so I have to speak to you more and more about what I'm doing. Wouldn't want to hear from you after this, but I feel like bad news is coming anymore. It says anymore, because someone tried to push negativity on you, or spells or justice system on you to make you feel like bad news was there. Warning, you don't have to feel sad though. Something is going to be left out and seen and not heard. Okay, so something's going to be left out, seen and not heard. Okay, could be looking at some type of lack as well in your life. All right, or something that you're trying to leave behind in some type of way. Okay. It does say, warning, you don't have to speak, but people will see bad news coming to you always in your mind. You forget who you are. You're certainly not going to be someone that's going to be promised anything great in life. But I told you, once I put you behind a bar, you're going to see that I have problems with you. I wouldn't want to hear that I'm doing this, but what if I have to one day just to hear myself think? I need some support with my mind to tell myself that it's going to happen. Okay, I do see this could be a Capricorn as well for some of you guys. It does say certainly not going to be the Capricorn, or maybe even personal hygiene issues is something that you've seen in someone and you don't know how to support it. It says maybe they know that they can't have mental health in their mind and they keep pushing mental health on you, but the problem with them is they have hygiene problems too. This person doesn't know how to speak about hygiene, but they have hygiene issues that they keep warning you someone has, but then they have hygiene issues also. Oh my goodness. All right. Wow. Okay. It does say please in my mind is something that I hate, and I hate telling myself off. Why I need to look at a person and laugh and make fun of them so much to the point where I feel like bad news is coming to me. Watch and see if I have to speak about it or tell myself off. My children or my son or my daughter would never have this problem, but when I told myself, what am I talking about when my problem is with me? I don't have people in my mind telling me off, but I have problems with my mind, and I'm telling myself, who am I to talk about this with anyone, or even talk about it with you when I know I have problems of my own? People say I don't speak enough or even talk enough, but I know what I have in my mind or in the inside. I don't want to deal with anyone, but I realize I'm not in a jail cell. I'm not in a problem with people. I'm not in the mindset of yours or anyone's. I've just got problems of my own. And I realized this one day when I deal with anything that comes my way. I just have to warn myself, why am I certainly dealing with you in a way that I want to tarnish your reputation, bring you down, or pick on you? I've been laughing at you, making fun of you, sexting on my mind in ways that I think about you. It's laughter that I have in my mind too, because why would I do this and make you feel bad? Certainly not going to bring down my mind to hurt you, but I keep bringing down my mind to hurt someone else. And maybe it's not you, it's my mind. And maybe even a person that I don't see anymore or speak to. I hate them and I can't stand them, but what if they're telling me no need to speak? You have problems inside yourself that you could kick down in the minds of another female or male that's going to harm them for me. And I feel like you have ancestors that are going to deal with this root energy inside you that's going to kill someone, hurt someone, or pay attention to problems that they have. I never told you, but I care for you too much to know that you're not going to be good to me. I feel like I hurt you enough when I told you things in your face or showed you things. But what if your personal problems are in you because you don't deal with them on the inside, and maybe you deal with them on the outside? It says bad news for the person that keeps practicing witchcraft on the man here, that keeps troubling you. It says you keep troubling them and I will trouble you. Watch and see when I trouble you. Because you trouble me, I trouble you. Mainly because your genes are replicated in mine. And I feel like your genes have replicas of mine. Ooh, so someone is basically trying to trouble someone on the inside. Okay, maybe they've done something on the outside where they don't see this person anymore. It could be a kid. Okay, but it does say this person has genes that replica, you know, this person that doesn't see this other parent maybe anymore, that is causing maybe another parent harm in some type of way. Okay, so I don't know if some of you guys are just having problems with, you know, your children in some ways. All right, but it's like their genes are a replica of, you know, maybe the other parent in some way, and it keeps coming out in ways that they want to harm or hurt. I don't know if some of you guys got troubled teens, or just, you know, preteens, you know, or children that are having a hard time with what it is that they're dealing with and showing you negative energy. It says many times over, you may have good karma with your mind, though. You don't have to speak about people. It does say bruise your ego after all. I will never want to bruise mine. So I do see a fire sign here that wants to bruise your ego, wants you to bruise your own ego, because they don't want to see theirs. It does say earth sign, you will deal with them and not speak about anyone else. You'll just deal with whoever's coming your way physically and not speak about what's going on in your mind or on the inside. It says sometimes you have to deal with things on the inside to work on what's going on the outside. It says laugh because you don't like to do this, but you do know that you can work on things on the inside when you feel like you can work on your mind and solve your problems. People will see that you have better news solving your problems, and not laying up with just anyone is going to solve the problem. It says maybe just seeing that you have better news, not laying up with any and anyone, is going to help. Oof, okay. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes people pick the wrong partners. Okay, someone is working as well on which way they should go. Okay, and then I see work as well is working in two directions. Maybe you might have a business. Maybe some of you guys have a business and a secure job here. Doesn't say which way it's going, but you will work on things and make sure that your money is straight. And next year you'll have better news as well. Okay, you could be working on things in two directions. Maybe one in your work life and one in your love life as well. All right. Okay. It says laugh because you've got better news without the work that you thought you were going to have. It says no one needs you to support your ideas when poor judgment is there. It says I don't want to hear you if you're not going to come through anytime soon. I wouldn't want to hear that you've got this job. But I look at you like someone that takes long to deal with things. And I'd rather not take you on if you're going to take long to deal with things. I feel like things are going on in your personal life. And probably I shouldn't pick on you. But I'm just wondering, why do I pick on you when I know I've got problems of my own? People are telling me off. Stop picking on the person that's taking long, or maybe even see that they have problems to deal with. Don't struggle so much in your mind about it. Let me see who you are so I can support you. I will put you on the path that you're meant to be in your mind to set you free from a problem. If you want time to see that you have good karma, talk to me. I will certainly look for better news for you, but I can't see if anything is going on. I've been looking and seeing if anything's going on, and I can't find anything that justifies my thoughts and feelings to why you are taking so long. Okay, this could be in regards to some type of work as well. Maybe you're taking long to get back to a person on a job. Okay, or maybe even, you know, when it comes to people that are judging you unfairly, or maybe even making mistakes in your life, your love life, your sex life, and maybe even personal problems of theirs getting involved with yours. It does say bad news for them because they keep picking on your life and making fun of you, but they don't need to, and they're wondering why you keep laughing at yourself because you can't get someone that you want, or maybe want someone that doesn't want you. Okay. Alright, let's see what's going on. It does say, warning, trust and believe. I am going to believe that I have better news in my mind about you. Wouldn't want to dare trouble you with anyone else. I feel like bad news is coming. And it does say that bad news is coming to you once I believe that I have good news with them. It doesn't say that I want to stay with them, but I realize I don't have bad news with you after all. You made me realize something. It's not going to be me that hurts you. It's them that hurts me, and they will hurt me, and I can't cope with what I'm hearing. It's always going to be me that gets hurt at the end. If I feel like bad news is coming, watch my mind, practice good karma. I can't help it, but why do I keep feeling like bad news keeps coming to you when it's not? It's actually me that they want to deal with. Okay, I feel like that's an air sign as well. It could be another earth sign, or it could be a water sign, or it could be yourself. It feels that way. It does say warning that I had held on to this for so long, thinking that I could hold on to them and not speak. Maybe even seeing if I could take back time to see if I could study with them, or maybe even be there for them. Now I'm realizing if I do, then I'm going to hold on to something that's going to hurt me. Maybe even hurt you and hurt me too, because what if they're trying to tell me off and maybe harm me? And I realize that I can't even listen to you because I'm trying to listen to you. But what if they're harming me and I realize it once upon a time and not anymore? And now I realize it again. I see something that you don't see. I see good karma with them, but I don't see good karma with you. And then I wonder where it's going with you, because I can get help with you and many things that I want, but I can't get help with love life, or maybe even things that I wanted inside. I just don't know how to support everyone and everything, but I realize I've got better news with you. And if I don't steal from you, take from you, or even play you, or make love in my mind about it, with you on my mind, I can't help myself. It says nothing set in stone, but people tell me off all the time that I'm trying too hard to please you, or even please my own mind, or please myself. It says I know I could please myself when I feel like it, but once upon a time I realized that I needed to please everyone but you. Now I realize I've got to please you and me, because I know that you're helping me. Certainly wouldn't want to stay away from you if you're going to help me. Want to see that you're helping me and no one else is helping me other than you. Because once upon a time I realized there's bad news with you, and I realize it's not you, it's them. But they're hurting, and they're hurting you, and they're also hurting you through me. But then I see why you would tell me off and tell me don't speak, because they're going to hurt you. And then you don't realize I'm hurting myself trying to harm who you are and harming who I am at the same time. It definitely doesn't harm anyone other than the person that's going to put themselves in a problem and make sure that problems are there for them always. It says you will not see bad news always in your love life. Okay, supporting the Pisces, or maybe a water sign female that's going to help you. It says I wanted to probably give you harm with my mind. After all, I'm harming you. So I pick up that there could be I pick up there's an earth sign as well. If it's not you, okay, it could be another earth sign, or it could be, you know, in regards to commitment, maybe like a job, or an institution, or some type of school, okay, that wants to trouble some type of air sign here, okay. All right, this person seems to be holding on to manipulation here, okay, and the justice system, okay. And then I do see, you know, there's some worries with ending something with a Scorpio here, trying to end something, end some worries for someone, okay. Or there's some type of ending with some root work or some spell work, or someone just playing mind games and putting negative information down to work on and make sure that they get what they want. Okay, I do see someone is trying to change this, or is changing this and putting it to rest, putting it to an ending. It does say following the procedure, though, that you need to hold on to what it is that you believe and what it is that you want with this person. It says no need to speak, but you will see better news with them once you believe. Okay, so there's something that this person trying to help you see and believe. Okay, because it does say that currently right now, or in the near future, there's going to be conflicts, and it says there's been a history of these conflicts that you've had in your personal life, or in your marriage, or maybe even in your commitments, your work, your schooling. It says when you see that you need to change the path that you're on, you will understand why in the next 2 years or less, or possibly now, if you work on your mind better than you have been, because you've been struggling. Okay, all right. So let's see what else is going on. It says no more time to look into that. You've got better news when you try to warn yourself. Don't speak. Let them deal with their own issues. Don't let them drag you into their problems. They have problems deep-seated, and deep-seated is something that they have. Warn yourself not to speak or look into their problems. Let them deal with their own shadows and their own dignity, their own pride, their own ego. They have problems. You do not need to see what's going on there. Okay. All right, there's many options of some type of problems that are there with someone. It might even be giving a warning to a Scorpio not to look into the pride and the ego of yours, or maybe even a Cancerian. It does say you have to warn yourself why you deal so much with Cancerians in your mind at times when you feel like drug use or worries are there, or maybe even problems with people that are trying to tear you down. It says sometimes you realize that you're not going to always speak about it, but you will deal with people in your mind about how they deal with you. It says no one needed to speak to me, because I will set apart the sex from the rest of anyone else's. I will set the boys against the girls and the girls against the boys. It says you will realize when you're doing this sometimes, because I've told you stop doing it, but you don't listen. Okay, so someone is maybe telling you off here. I do say air sign female here. It could be telling you off. All right, it does say she warns you though, don't speak, because I've told you it doesn't work like that. Or maybe it does, but I wouldn't be able to tell what's going on with my mind when I see things differently from you. Okay, it could even be a female worker at work, or maybe even a drug abuser, or someone that never saw that they used in the first place, or they don't use anymore, but they realize nothing could be set in stone. It says someone wanted to see someone use again or stop using, and realize that they had bad news when they stopped using, or even better news when they stopped using. Why? Because this person thought they could force their way into a personal hygiene issue or a problem with the person, and maybe even look for them in a negative way. So this person wanted to set up another person. Okay, maybe set you up or set up someone else around you, Taurus. Okay, someone here wanted to destroy someone's commitments as well with social services, or even black-mindedness of their own. It says they never thought they could have problems like they do now. Not seeing if you have good karma. It says you have bloody good karma with your mind, but they don't have very good news to support anyone's mind with anything that they've been trying to say. It says poor them looking for evil mind games to play, and they don't have good karma. They will warn themselves that bad mind evilness is never going to be the answer, and they'll look into problems of their own, constantly dealing with their own shadows. Wow. So definitely check out Pisces reading. Pisces card is coming out with the 7 of Cups. Yeah, not Pisces reading, sorry, because I haven't done Pisces reading yet, unless you want to look at the past one. But the one that is talking a lot about like drugs and stuff like that, if it resonates with you guys in some way, check out Aries reading, the last reading that I did. Okay, Aries reading might give you some information on that. All right, because remember, Aries is also about risks, and you know, yes, risk can be associated to people that want to partner up with certain authorities or social services, or you know, things of that nature that can tarnish people. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Let's see what else is going on. It says bad news. You all have great news, but one doesn't have good news. I laugh because I'm seeing if I can get you done, and I'm trying to hurt you so much to the point where I'm praying for this. So someone wants to get you done and they're trying to pray for it. It says it's a water sign man, and he keeps trying to pray for someone to be hurt. He doesn't know if it's going to happen, but he prays on a person to be hurt to the point where he gets stuck in a rut. And meanwhile, he's getting problems in his mind. And meanwhile, he'll get problems in his life one day when he sees that he is never spoken about again. It says he has to leave home, or maybe even leave somewhere, to see that he's got problems. And he can't see that happening right now because he's scared. It does say he's scared of his own shadow and his own dignity and his own wife life, or even laughs at people and wants to know that people are in a problem out there, and then doesn't see his own problems until one day suddenly someone has died or maybe hurt themselves enough for him to see that he has to be on his own. Wow. It says no one spoke about me so much, and I thought I could harm my head. Today I feel like drug use is something that I never saw in my mind. So one day when I realize I'm not even a drug user, but I'm probably not going to be a good person, I could see where it's going. I just don't know how to support everything, but I'll support people that are hurt in their mind. Let them see their problems through their own dignity, their pride, their ego, their shadow work. Maybe even look for them to have problems by praying for them to get it, praying for them to get it. Wow. Okay, this can be a Scorpio male here, or water sign male, maybe a Pisces male. It does say seen and not heard is certainly the answer with this person, because they don't always show you who they are. It does say that you have bad news in regards to who they are and don't want to speak to them. Some of you don't want to deal with them and don't want to hear from them. It says you may never want to hear from the person that's there in your mind telling you off. It does say people tell you off in your face or behind your back. Would you ever learn or even understand why? So certainly people tell you off all the time or want to see bad news for everyone else. It says sometimes they see negative energy come their way and they want to please everyone by pushing negative, evil mind games on them. It says you may be one of them, but you're always going to look for better news in yourself. Certainly wouldn't want to hear that you're trying too hard to harm yourself. Got to give yourself good karma and love yourself no matter what. It says you will please your mind no matter what. Okay, so watch out for negative friends, people that hide clues or information. Okay, people that are preying on your downfall and not ready to look into bad news from the past in their own life. It says pleading guilty as a man here or female that doesn't want to do this. It says they know they keep punishing their mind, saying sorry or even doing wrong. It says you will see them do wrong when they do wrong and not when they're doing right. It says sometimes you are the one to blame. Also, it says you practice good karma but hold on to negativity at times. You need to let go of negative mindset. It says all of you need to work on who you are at times and not plead guilty in the mind of yours. It's something that you do when you show up to people and show them who you are. It says you may not always give them the right news or the right answer. You may even laugh at them and say it's not me or I'm not the one that said it. It says you also plead guilty in your mind but not in reality. At times you need to see who you are and how you can work on your minds with others being negative and never you. Okay, so sometimes, you know, Spirit is saying sometimes it's you guys too. All right. It does say that everyone does this though, and it does say the wish of you wanting to know that you can have support with your mind is going to help. It says, I see that I don't want to be in problems, but I don't always want to hear bad news is coming to everyone. So I'm working on myself today and tomorrow, and I don't want to hear bad news is coming to everyone. So some of you guys are actually working on not wanting bad news coming to everyone. It does say you may witness things that you don't want, but you have to work on the inside to say that you have better news. If you work on the ways you have in your mind about good karma, it will help you. And you don't have to speak about it either, but you don't have to push negative energy on anyone else to say that they have it instead of you. Okay? So sometimes you have to realize that you're not dishing it out to someone else, okay, to disguise yourselves in some way, okay? It does say holding on to justice is something that I want, though. Feelings of this is something that I want. Don't want to hurt her. Don't want to hurt her, but what if I've hurt her enough? I feel like I've hurt someone and I plead guilty. I've hurt them enough. Okay, so maybe you've hurt someone enough. It could be a water sign female here. It could be a Cancerian. It could also be a Gemini person. It could be a Scorpio female. It does say warning though. You don't want to speak to the Scorpio female, but you do want to see that bad news comes to the Cancerian female or even the water sign man inside yourself. Some of you guys feel like you have water sign energy inside your chart, or maybe even dealing with a friend that could be a water sign man. So some of you don't want to hear that problems are there with people, but you always see that they have bad news. And why would I laugh at him? It's going to be me that gets laughed at next time when it's always a problem. It says no one needs to know why he's always laughing and making fun of me. I keep making fun of him and he makes fun of me. Okay, so it could be dealing with an air sign female. Or maybe it's someone that feels like they're being laughed at through another mind game of their own, or even a friend. It says someone knew that they had problems with you, believing that they had problems with their mind. It says you always thought I have problems with my mind. Wait until you see you've got problems with your own. Okay, so this female feels like you think you've got problem, or you feel like they've got problems with their mind, and they want to know when you'll see you've got problems with your own. Okay. Says no one needs to chat so much. H-I-T, I-E-S-H-I-T, I'm seeing. It does say watch and see if she loves herself so much to the point she ain't got problems. But then I feel like I could have problems with mine too, and I wonder if I'm still bruising my ego trying to harm her. She loves me. I don't love her, but I love her in a way that she can hurt her mind. If I feel like I'm going to hurt her mind, I'm going to tarnish my reputation instead. I feel like I'm being nice right now to please her and make her feel like she's justified, just to get what I want. And then I see that I can't get what I want always because she's not going to allow me to. Wouldn't want to see that I harm her. I just want to harm my mind to think, is she going to change? Wouldn't want to change my mind, but she's going to change hers regardless. Wouldn't want her to see what I've got going on or even see that I'm bad news. Just want to warn her. I can help myself once I see that she's not even going to be the problem that I had. I feel like my problems are never hers, and I don't want her to know my problems, but I'll see that problems are always hers and never mine. Oh, okay. So that could be how the males are feeling towards the female. Maybe not all males, obviously, but you know, maybe there's a man here that feels like, you know, doesn't want the female to see his problems, but wants to see her problems or wants her problems to be fixed. It does say warning though, you have good karma with your love life. Certainly wouldn't want to deal with bad news. So I'm picking up for some of you females, you don't have problems with your love life and you don't want to see bad news. It says 1 or 2 of you do, but not all of you. And 1 or 2 of you don't want to date men that are got evil mind games to play on you the way you've seen that they do. It says you like many men and don't like many at the same time too, but you wonder if you have better news working on who you are, and personal mentors are there to help you sort out who you want to be with. So you may have personal mentors to help you sort out who you want to be with, okay? Even people, family members, friends, you know, or even, you know, just studying other people to see, you know, what's what to help you, you know, with your love life and have a better love life. Okay, it does say, warning though, I want to see bad news comes to anyone. And I realize this because I don't like people, and I don't like him or her. I don't like many females. I don't like no one. Okay, so this water sign man doesn't like no one, many females or no one. Doesn't like a man that doesn't like himself. Doesn't like a man that doesn't even like who he is as a man. Don't want to hear that this man is going to be there in my mind telling me it's not you though. I won't want to date you either. I won't want to hear that he's always going to have problems with me, because I don't want to date her either. So I feel like this water sign man is hating on females, but then he might be hating on a man that could be involved in your life in some way, or, you know, part of your life, but then this other man doesn't like you either. And it does say he partners up with this man even if he doesn't know it, or if he knows him or he doesn't know him. It does say, warning though, he doesn't know him, but he does partner up with him many times over, seeing that he doesn't like females too, and he doesn't like anyone, and he doesn't realize what bad news could come to him or anyone. He doesn't like anyone, and he wonders where he's going with his own personal life or his love life, or many females. He wouldn't want to dare marry or even introduce himself to the person that keeps saying push yourself back to the woman that you thought that you were going to have in your mind, or even tell that you didn't want, or maybe even persecute in your mind, or punish, or even marry. He says he doesn't want to hear that bad news comes, but why is he hearing so many people telling him off about a female or a woman or other females? Okay, I'm picking up follower energy, even when, the person isn't even around another person. Like, there's just like kind of like a follow the leader energy out here, with a few males that may follow each other even unknowingly, with another man that might be speaking about the other person that's possibly related or in your life in some type of way, or not in your life really, but kind of there in the background. Maybe you've got some type of connection to them in some type of way, and then this other man could be hating on this other man that's there, but not realizing this man doesn't want to be there. So yeah, anyway, it's a bit confusing, but hey, if it resonates. So let's see what else is going on. It says you love yourself too much to even care about what men have to say. Some of you guys really realize that you have better news, warning yourself that you have better news in your mind or even around you to deal with people that are going to love you. It says don't worry about it. You have better news to study things that are going to help you and support your ideas. In supporting your ideas, you may please your mind and help yourself many times over and support your ideas. Pouring out your mind games or even mentality on people, not seeing if it's going to be a problem. It says you warn yourself, don't speak. People will have problems with people, but no wonder they always fall mad at themselves. They keep pouring their negative energy or mental health problems on others. It says I see this, but I'm not going to warn myself enough to keep away. I keep telling myself don't speak to them, leave them alone, let them deal with their dynasties in their mind and how they want to live their life. As females or males, I will not be a part of them. Okay, so you warn yourself, you don't want to be a part of certain people. Okay, it says love yourself first and always. It doesn't say great news is there to change anything at this time or maybe even in the future, but it says warning, you have better news, leaving certain situations out to live out the karma. It says you don't need to speak about anyone, just love yourself and deal with negative people that don't deal with you, or maybe even deal with you at times that make you feel stressed or even worried about your life. It says you don't have to hear it all the time. You don't want to see it and you don't want to deal with it. You would rather leave it out to separate yourself from the rest of the world, or maybe even people that see you as a problem. It says you don't have to hear that there's always problems and you don't want to deal with problems that are always there. It says many negative enemies or jealous people are there, and I don't want to hear about them constantly 24/7 in my life every day. War is there with people that are always warring with themselves, or many others don't want to hear that they're always in war. Okay, So it's like a lot of negative energy that you may feel like there's too much of it. You don't want to deal with it. You'd rather see better news come to you and your love life and your family, and certainly gifts are there, promises are there of love, certainly love and commitments. It says many times over you have better news, warning yourself of this, but don't really get it at times, and do at times if you feel like the person is helping you. It says you certainly see good news for yourself and wonder if you do have brilliant ideas, and probably even see better news come to your love life. It says most of you see this and you have great news and you wonder how it works or how you did it. And maybe it's because you've secured a person that's going to support you and maybe even put you back on the mind of your own and said, well, I did find someone that I like. I really found someone that I really enjoy, and many people want me and I don't really understand why, but I do benefit from them seeing that they do want me and not get me at the same time too, because I'm certainly going to be involved with someone that loves me. And if they can't support the idea, I would not pour my heart out to anyone that's going to support the negative mind games of theirs and pick on me and hurt me and subject me to problems. I feel like problem is people don't know how to support my ideas, and I'm pouring my mind out into the universe to support good karma for me, and I'm waiting for justice to come in. So some of you guys are waiting for, you know, the right person, the right partner to partner up with. So, you know, you might make sure, you know, that you're not dealing with certain people, or you are trying to sieve out, you know, those that are not for you versus who could be for you. All right. So let's see what else is going on for Taurus, please. It does say your love life is certainly going to be on the mend soon once you get your mind right. But it does say please your mind and not anyone else. Just see what happens when you please your mind. Certainly want to find a new person, warning yourself that not now. It's not the right time. But some of you will believe that good karma is coming in your love life, certainly working on it and trying to warn yourself that good karma can come when we challenge each other or work in spirit towards good karma, and certainly solve our problems without personal problems getting in the way of the others that feel like they want to break or you wanting to break. It says you want to break up sometimes from the mindset of the negative mind of another person's that's hurting you. And it does say you break up with people very, very quickly at times. It says you don't need to do this all the time, but you will realize why you do it, because you don't smoke or you don't drink, but it's nothing to do with this. It says someone thought that it was this, and they said that it could be more than that too, but they keep pleading guilty in their mind why they don't support you and maybe even punish you, saying that you shouldn't have anyone to love. It says they don't know how to support you with love, but they don't know how to gift you with it. And maybe they don't know how to gift you with anything that's going to support your mind to have problems in the near future, because they will laugh until they drop down and laugh at themselves and never see you or speak to you anymore. They will laugh to the point where they can't see anything happen good for their mind, but no one knows why you had problems with them. Okay, it says no one but you has a best friend energy to give to someone. It does say a best friend energy is something they're not giving you, but they don't want to see you happy with anyone else. So you don't have to believe this person, just live your life and see best friend energy will come to you and someone when you see them. It says girlfriend boyfriend energy is there for you to see, and it will happen one day as well. It says right now is not the greatest time for it to be worked on, but blessings are there overall for you to get it with someone that's going to happen for you in the near future, and not necessarily mind games to play with the person that keeps pissing you off or hating on you or hurting you. It says you may see great news come one day, and not now, but when you do, you'll have blessings. Good karma will come to you. Okay, so there could be some type of transformation, you know, happening in the near future for you to get good news in your love life. Okay. All right, so let's see what else is going on. It says warning, don't want to hear that you have great news in your love life though. I'm not going to tell you again. You keep hurting me, I'll hurt you. So someone here doesn't want to see you happy or even see you win. It does look like it's another earth sign. It does say it's a child though. Some of you guys have children that don't want to see you happy in your love life and may speak about it to the point they kick their minds again and again and hurt themselves. It says many of them do not want to see happiness for their own self. So maybe you should see good news come for yourself without warning yourself bad news, but you will see better news come when you believe you have great news. Okay. All right, let's see what else is going on. Anything else for the Taurus? Anything going on with work? Work is obviously the best news that you've ever had right now. You please yourself and have very good friends or maybe even nervousness with people that don't really mind speaking about you, or even having karma coming in their mind. It says you may not see it, but you work on things that are going to be lawful, or maybe even liked at times for negativity, or maybe even hurt at times, because it doesn't say that you like your job ongoing, but it does say you work so much to the point where you have to give yourself many things. It says many times over, you give things to me that I support in my mind, and I really take it on board and help my mind to say I'm healing. Then I heal past this and I don't want to hear it. So, you know, maybe sometimes people take energy from you, but then they don't want to hear certain things as well. It says bad news for them because they always lie and make fun of their minds and make you feel like you have to lay low and don't want to speak to them because you don't feel like good news is there for you. It says you have to believe you have great news in your mind. Don't want to hear people's energy sometimes is pouring you out in mental health problems, or maybe even helping you solve your own. It says sometimes you listen to people, but you don't listen to everyone, and you don't want to hear everyone's negative minds. It says sometimes you believe that you don't need to listen to everyone's negative mind, and that's where you fall short. It says you will help yourself to listen, even if you have to warn yourself that troubles are there and you don't want to communicate it. But it does say many times over, you practice good karma, so you help yourself feel like you have better news. You'll love yourself and you'll make sure that your work is studied and looked forward to in generosity, and great news will come. It also says you don't always have to listen to negative news, but you will listen to it at times where you feel like punishing a person or even putting them down. It says sometimes you don't want to hear bad news is there, so you don't want to believe in their bad news, but you don't have to believe in their bad news is what someone's saying. It says you have to believe in your own life. Just work on who you are. It says your life is always going to be presidential energy and great news. Work on who you are and then you'll see better karma come. It says your presidential energy is gifting you success and abundance of trial and error in your mind. It says you warn yourself you don't want to see bad news, but you will see that you help people, and you don't want to see bad news, so you won't take on the enemies or the energies of people. It's just that you don't want to hear it all the time, and you really hear bad news a lot. So sometimes I hear too much bad news and it works on my mind to the point I get mental stress, or even seeing that problems are not mine, but it's always them that's in a problem. Can't stand people always dealing with negative energy. It says you always deal with people in a negative manner at times, and I wonder why I can't deal with my mind with this person that always gives me bad news. Okay, this person seems to be talking a lot about you, or you could be talking a lot about a person, but it does say practice good karma. She's never going to see herself as good to you, but she doesn't like you and you don't like her. Where is it going? It says you don't have to like her, but warning, you will not have to like her either way. She says, I know that I'm not liked by you, but I don't want to hear that I have problems. It does say she puts her problems in the air of yours or in your mind and doesn't want to hear it's going to end. It says she has to live out her mental health and dream of things in her personal life that are going to support things in her poverty or her negativity. It says she will deal with her own wrath and her own mind and leave mine alone. I don't want to hear that negative energy is always there. Just don't want to see it, hear it, dream of it, build a life with it. Don't want to hear that I'm always invited in it. Okay, is how you guys could feel, or maybe the person that feels this way. It says it's no need to speak, but I don't want to deal with you. But what if you've got problems with me and I could kick you and make you feel like you have that problem? It says an air sign person. It says this person judges their own mind sometimes when they see that problems is there with you, but you don't want to deal with them and their problems. It says you will not want to deal with them and their negativity. So you do laugh and make them feel like bad news is there for them, but what if it happens to you? You would rather see what happens to you if it happens, and not indulge in poverty energy that's going to make you feel like bad news is constantly winning over you. Okay, it says you have tried and tried again to bruise me, making me feel like bad news is something I want to win. It says bad news is something I like to win and I don't want to hear it's not there. It says, what if you are making people feel nervous and mental health and stress is overwhelming people to the point that bad news is coming? It says, Taurus, at times you may push this energy on mental health people or maybe institutions that make them feel like bad news is coming. It says sometimes the female energy is not as worse as the male energy that keeps pushing negative energy on mental health people or females that have problems. It says most likely females, because you always want to push your problems on them. It does say you deal with water sign females at times because you believe you have problems in your mind and don't want to see change occur in your life. You may build a legacy of financial issues or maybe even poor judgment of your own. It says you will not drag me into your problems and I don't want to hear it. It says many times the female will create balance in her life to help herself have better news. It says she will build a bridge with you and not speak about you at the same time. It says she probably doesn't have the wealth you have or maybe even study the problems that you have, but she's bored of you at times and wants to seek attention from anywhere else. It says she knows that she can't support you in her mind, but her mind is telling her off that her wealth is something that she is struggling with at times because you bruise her so much to the point she has to look for a man that is going to seek her attention. It says broodiness is something she feels right now and wants to know that she is telling herself off, that her mind is giving her time to think about a child, maybe even a personal hygiene problem that she had in the past, or maybe problems that I didn't know that I had. I feel like I gave it to her. I feel like I told her off or made her feel like she had problems with her mental health. It does say you bruise your own ego this way because you keep telling the person that they have problems when you need to look at yourself. It does say warning, if she loves you, she's going to love you no matter what. If you see that she has good news, when are you going to show yourself good news to support her? It says probably I don't want to see that, says the earth sign to the water sign. It does say the water sign does not want to see you keep coming back for negative energy in their life or in their workplace if you can't hear that good news is coming. Warn yourself that you will never see good news and you will never get it. It says you can have that if you want it. I will tell myself it's not going to work. I will make her want me. It says she's ready to kill you or kick you down with your own personal problems. When are you realizing that problems are certainly yours and not hers? Whew, it sounds like there's some type of argument here. Okay, it does say bad news for the sexual health person that wants to bring bad news to the love life of anyone's. It says no need to speak about me because I am not dealing with you. You let go of me and my mind will tell you off. If you leave, you're going to move on and find a new problem, and maybe you'll find out where you are. Okay, it says many times over females don't want to hear that you've got good news. It says sometimes you have bad news and sometimes you have good, but it doesn't say bad news for you all. It says many times over a female doesn't want to see me successfully win, but it does say when she doesn't feel like good news is coming to her, it's not going to work out. It says sex is something that I want, though. When am I going to get it? It says you will get it when you feel like you can help her and give her what she needs. It says you don't know how to treat many females, but if you want to know how to treat them, you're going to treat them in a way that there's no jealousy or karma or problems. It says people put problems in my way all the time, but what if I don't want to see that bad news comes to me? What if I see bad news come to her or everyone? I don't want to hear bad news come to me. I realize that. It does say, Taurus, you believe everyone wants to come to you with negative energy. When it comes to the men, it says men are always going to give you grief until you feel like you can treat the female in a better way, mentally, physically, spiritually, more maturely, and very much in tune with what they need. It says no one wants a toxic mental health institution called a marriage. It says marriage is negative if you don't want to practice good karma in the love life of many. Many females are struggling today and are crying that the men are treating them badly. It says no wonder we can't work or even have good jobs. Some of us are getting bad news. What is going on? It says the fire sign female. It says you wonderful people. You would never know how to support the idea of people trying to kick me down and making me feel sad because I can't get to him. He doesn't want to hear me. It says she knows she's trying to work on him and trying to make him hear her, and he doesn't want to listen. It does say she's always looking for bad news to support herself, and I feel like that's the problem, says the man that doesn't want to send her a gift, a card, or even a present to tell her that she's got good news. It says she will help herself mentally though. It does say, I wonder if I can support that though. My poor judgment is helping me to see what past issues I have in my mind. Then I relate them to twists and curse and spell and root work and dynasties of punishment, and I see bad news coming for me overall. I will see my raft one day and I realize it's coming. Oh dear. So let's see, because it does look like the man or the men are seeing what raft is coming to them in some type of way. Let's see what's going on with business. All right. It says no one knows why this jealous air sign man keeps telling himself it's not going to happen to him, because he plays ego issues or bruises you constantly to warn himself it could happen. It says it doesn't happen to you, but what if? And then it says he knows he could tell himself off, mindfully so, again and again, that he's going to laugh at himself one day. He realizes he doesn't want to hurt anyone and doesn't want to tell anyone off, but he always hurts the past person that he used to deal with. He always hurts the past person constantly, working on a new, hurting the past, working on a new, hurting the past, working on a new, hurting the past, working on a new, hurting the past. Always wanting to hurt and damage every female that comes his way, and doesn't want to see that bad news comes to him. Doesn't like females, doesn't want to hear that good karma is coming to him with a mindset of hers or even a personal problem of hers to change the way things are happening. It says he will bruise his ego again and again when she comes back and tells him that it's not going to work. It says many times over I talk to these men and they don't want to listen, says the air sign. What if it happens again and again? I am certainly not going to hear of it. Don't want to deal with it. Don't want to hear you're always tarnishing my reputation, bringing me down through your problems. You may build a bridge with your own problems, but I will never deal with your problems, and I'll put you in your mind to deal with your own. You can see who you want to see and deal with who you want to deal with, and certainly hurt them if you feel like you need to. But wait until you have problems of your own to deal with, then you'll certainly want the female to support you and help you out of them. When will you realize that you need to support the females in the problems that they have and not in the problems that you have only? It's always you, nothing but you always want to blame everyone else. It says, I see this, but I don't want to hear it. I'm going to deal with anyone that I can take and make sure that they are hurt so that I can feel well, says the man. Lord of mercy. Do you know what? This could go on and on and on. It does say everyone is going to build their own problems against you and maybe even sex you and sort your problems out for you. It does say you build bridges with females that are going to build bridges with you to war with your mind, but you don't see the war heading your way. It says problems with the females is they're calm and they're subjected to problems of penalties or issues with fraud or jealousy in your mind, but you don't see what war is building and brewing for you men. It says the men are dealing with war, and they will deal with their problems once the wrath of God comes to strike them down, and they will see dealings coming into their mental health to probably solve their problems for them or justify what's going on. It says mental health issues are with men right now, putting it on the females a lot more than the females on the males, but wondering when it's going to change. It says warning, you will see this more than anything in your love life, but notice you'll have problems with people dealing with you. It says you have to warn yourself, better news is coming. So warn yourself that good news is coming with a man, and make sure he knows that he has good news with you no matter what. Let him see he has beneficial news with you no matter what. It says trial and error with you is something that I've seen. I feel like I have trial and error with you. I have many females and males telling me trial and error is with you. But it says I don't feel like trial and error is with me. I've got to warn myself why it's not. I have better news than you when it comes to love life. If I wanted to give it, I would give it, but I don't want to, and maybe that's my problem. I'm trialing my problems with you and giving myself better news with no one, which is the water sign man, or maybe even the fire sign man, okay? He says he doesn't want to see you steal attention from a man that's going to help you give them good karma, and he can't get it because he can't give it. He says he warns himself that trial and error is something he warns himself of. Now he can't get it. He's going to deal with you and take the mickey of you by persecuting your mind and hurting you more. He will never win, but he will always laugh at his mental health and struggle. He will always be mentally retarded or jealous of you. He will laugh until the point he can't laugh, to the point he can't laugh, and he can't laugh because he can't laugh at you anymore. Wow, that was a lot. Right, let's see what's going on with business. It says business is warring with you right now through the mental health institution of problems of people. It says some of them don't want to see you happy or succeed, but you will probably give yourself better news. Laugh, because you did hear better news for yourself once upon a time, and maybe even now. It says, when the warning comes your way, I will warn you again. Not to speak to me, but I'm warning you. Bad news is on its way. If I tell them that I'm going to come back and stay with them, it says, I want to, and I don't know how to stop myself from seeing this, but I have bad news to tell you once I do. It says, I realize I'm not speaking about it, but bad news is coming to me once I do. And I probably don't want to hear bad news come, but it's coming, and I feel it, and I'm going to tell myself off. Why did I tell her I'm going to punish my mind again and tell myself I'm going to punish hers again because I want to stay? It says, the problem is that you never want to listen, but problems will come your way until the point she leaves you, and then she's going to leave you wondering why you didn't have a good life. Let you stay there and have a better news if you feel like it's going to work. Laugh, because you can have your way, but once you do, you'll see better news come to you and you feel like it. It says you can lie all you want to, but let yourself see who's going to help you one day when you don't have anyone to look into. You'll probably look at yourself and laugh that you didn't need to speak about anyone's problems more than your own, and certainly don't give anyone problems with mental health, jail cells, or negative karma because you're trying to push too hard to hurt someone. It does say an air sign man keeps pushing you to the point you don't know it, and this person wants to fight you and tell himself off that he's going to use you for karmic rituals or personal problems of his own, mentally stressed out, looking into the deep star signs of his own, or maybe even problems of his own are not working on him, but he can work on things that he does not want to see, and may see you in the dark about certain things, but you will warn yourself you've seen it all along. You don't want to help him if he's not going to help you, and you warn yourself problems are there with people. I don't want to see problems, so let him deal with his own personal hygiene, personal problems, personal issues, or personal wars. He will deal with his wrath all on his own. Wow. So there could be a problem coming in. It does say, warning, there is a negative energy there that he doesn't want you to see. It says he knows he sees it in you. You don't see it in yourself, but you do see it in yourself, and you wonder if he's going to back you up or give you bad news. It does say love life is certainly something that suffers when you know that you have children or even family that want to help you. At times it doesn't help you, but it does say punishments are always going to be in your mind for them if they don't give you what you want. You can't help but to see success in your life, and the only way you're going to get it is if you tell yourself bad news is coming. It does say you don't have to see that, but it does say people around this man or person are going to give you problems, and they're ready to do so, and you've warned yourself, don't speak, but I see it, and I'm ready to see that it doesn't happen if I have to deal with it. I'm not going to play the mind games of his because he doesn't understand everything that I know. I'm going to push him down and make him feel my wrath even more if he comes to me with bad news. I'm ready to deal with their problems or his if it comes, but I don't want to. I shouldn't have to, and I don't want to hear it. Wow. So some of you guys are prepared to deal with it but don't want to, and know that someone could bring bad news to you or bad karma to you. Okay? And it could be a child, it could be a husband, it could be, just a person, but it does say this person has poor hygiene issues or maybe even mental health, and they want to use it against him. It does say he doesn't know what's coming to him, but he will realize that bad news is on its way to you because you have to deal with him as a parent. It does say you don't want to deal with it, and you don't want to listen to anyone that probably come out and speak to you about it. It says they know that they can use things to get you and make you feel bad, but they're ready to use their own mind to say they didn't see anything because they're not dealing with you anymore too. Which way is it going? Okay, it says probably not going to come to you, but he has to warn his mind first. Is he going to listen to what you said, or is he going to divulge everything, or even tell them off, or tell them that they're not coming back into his mind? It does say warning because he's not telling the honest truth, and you feel like that, but you also feel like it could be you. And it doesn't say everything is about what you feel. It just says the energies keep telling you he's going to make a mistake, or someone behind the scenes is warning you that they want to see him make a mistake to come back to their minds and probably not see him ever again too, because they don't know which way it's going. It says their nervous system is telling them off. They shouldn't treat you in this way, but they wonder why they keep doing it. It says their life is riddled with curses and spells, and it doesn't say bad news for you in your mind, apart from the fact that you have to move on to see that problems are not there. It says only when I see him there, I'm gonna feel bad news, and I don't want this. I'm telling you, please speak to me and tell me off if I'm wrong. But it does say warning, you are never wrong. This is true. They're ready to harm you, and if he speaks, it's going to come out that he's staying and doesn't want to challenge you, but does want to harm you through their energy. So it's like he doesn't personally want to harm you, but in some way he does if he's not listening to you, because there's other people riddled behind the scenes that could harm you, to, you know, through his energy and the things he's doing. Okay, what's going on with business? It says business is booming, but probably not going to help you suffer your mind in silence once you see bad news come. I won't want to dare speak, but are you working with us or are you working against us? I don't want to see bad news. I want to see better news for you, but speak. I will let you speak to me one day if you want to. It says he knows he's not going to speak to you ever again, but she knows that you're not going to speak to him ever again. It does say problems are solved overnight and jealousy has gone away. You've got great news on its way to you. Laugh because you did it, you moved on, and you love yourself. You don't need to see the business or the company or the workforce anymore that you probably didn't want to work with. It says it was work and never love. It was always going to be business. It also says that you have never seen a better karmic relationship than you do now. It says problems with people, they always want to challenge me or put me in circumstances that feel like I'm built, or in a negative presidential energy of gentle mannerism about why they want to bill me, or give me karma. It says I don't want to hear negative energy constantly all the time, but it is riddled with tricks and spells right now. People praying for this all over the world, or even gently in their minds. It says many times over people are gelled in their minds with generous energy of mental health or problems through people, spells, rituals, or mental health, or emotions, or even means or ways of doing things. Laugh because you always had good karma, but you don't see it right now. It says many times over you don't see good karma. It does say I know because I see that problems are there with people always wishing negative energy on me, but I realize it's always going to be a problem if I see it in this way. It does say I don't want to see it in this way, but people always push energy my way to make me feel like bad news is coming. It does say that you always see this in the problems of people, and when you fight, it does say you have to have better news. Laugh because you've got better news on its way. Don't let people riddle you all the time with their tricks or their problems. Work on your wealth and suddenly you see better news. Love life is certainly going to be better for you once you calm down and relax and have good attention span. You're going to believe that trust issues are never yours. It says you will see good karma come to your mind all the time, and you'll probably practice good karma when you're working on your wealth anyway. So you certainly want to have better news with your wealth and working on which way you should go with your plans, or even speaking about things that you want to do. Beneficial things are working out in your favor, so you'll warn yourself to have spied on things that you want and work on them and get them. Just justify yourself and give yourself great news. All right, let's I feel like energy is always in the way. It says people watching you and preying on your success to work no more is the problem. Many of them are really tarnishing you and pushing you down into spell or root work in their minds, or maybe even cursing you or pretending that they're your friend. It says mental health people are not going to help you. It says problems with people that are always trying to push you down in the justice system or in the mental health institution are always there. It says you've got to work on your ways, and never mind why you need to work on your ways. Your whining and moaning is never going to serve me, but I need to work on who I am, and I hate her. Can't stand her, bring her down into my emotions, push her down into my mind, make her feel like I don't have problems, because I do, and I don't want her to know I have problems. It does say a legal matter is pending, but it also says mental health of the jail institution is something you never wanted. It says it's not going to work out for you though. It's going to come to you one day if you don't like it. It says it's warning you, don't speak, but when he comes back to you, he's going to tarnish your reputation. It does say he warns himself not to speak because he is coming out soon. It does say he warns himself not to speak because he's coming out to really feel like he's got problems, and maybe even surely he needs to speak about them. He does realize he's not going to talk about anything, and then realizes his mind game is not set on you, it's his son or his daughter, or many females that don't want to see the bad news come to them. It says you all going to see punishments one day if I deal with you. It says not if I have to deal with it. Make sure you know what you're doing so I can deal with you in my ways and not in the highway. I could punish you too. It does say you always want to feel like you're winning, but what if I'm winning when I'm winning? You don't have to win if I'm winning. But it says I wanted to see that bad news comes to many feminine females or family members that have problems, and I don't know why I keep doing this, but I want to see bad news comes. Oh my goodness. It says someone here is pushing negative energy on you in the karmic realms and in the spells or even in the root work. It does say people are doing this behind the scenes in many cultures, creeds, and negative mental institutions, or even prayers of negative energy are there all over the world right now. causing harm to many men and females. Particularly men are going to get it more than the females, though. It does say punishments are going to come to the men so much to the point they're not going to see their shadow side, or maybe have to deal with it. Which way is it going? You'll see good news come in 2 more months or years. It says many times over, it has to work soon. Something bad is happening in the females right now to feel like bad news is coming, but it says good news is coming overall. Details of you being prayed for is not going to help. It says bad news for anyone that sees bad news. Yeah, this could go on and on, because I do see there's a lot of fight. Okay, so let's see what's going on with let's see what's going on with those in your love life. Love life. It says love life is certainly going to be negative, because everything is going in a way where it's going to go back to the person that doesn't want to see good news. It says everything is going well for you. If you love yourself, work on it. But it says good news is coming to you no matter what. Justify who you are and with your person. It says you have problems with people, not always, but only right now, because I don't want to see her win. Someone really doesn't want to see you win. Okay, someone really doesn't want to see you win. It says obviously he knows he wants to see you win, but he doesn't want to see the child win, or even the man win, or someone else win. It says bad news for the female that wants to see bad news for you too. She always want to see bad news in her own life, so she's going to speak about that, and she's going to see herself win in her mind, is what she's saying. Or she's never going to see herself win in her mind. She justifies what she's doing behind the scenes and doesn't want to see good karma, because she never wants to see good karma for you, because she doesn't love you. But she's always going to see bad news come to her mind and hate her life forever. Okay. So it says, when the man comes and speaks to me, I will deal with this. I feel like I needed to see who he is. It doesn't say why she wants to know him so much, but it does say, warning, she doesn't need to use spell or root work to get what she wants. She could never see him ever in life, and she'll always feel bad for who she is. It says when she sees when this man wants to come, it's not going to work out in her favor. Her lover is going to tell her bad news is coming to her. Warning, she sees stress already, so she's going to see bad news come to her. When she sees that one man doesn't want to see her, she needs to see another man that doesn't want to see her, or another man that doesn't want to see her, or another man that doesn't want to see her. I warned her, I will tell her this and make her feel bad news come. I feel like someone's putting spells on you in your love life so it doesn't work out. It does say, warning, Aquarius is always doing this and wonders when she can see best friend energy with you as well at the same time. Fake friendship is there with her, and she does love you, but she doesn't like who you are. It says she warns herself all the time that her negative energy is going to kill her one day, and she realizes this when she's always talking about I'm dying, curses are getting me, I'm dying. Oh my god. All right, let's see what else. It says you have love life suffering, but it doesn't say forever. The moon is changing, the world is changing, and everything is working out just fine. Believe in the suffering that I've had, or maybe I shouldn't give you that. It says, warning, you had a father or maybe someone that didn't want to see you special. It says this person didn't know how to be special to his own man and never saw good karma come from his mind. He says he doesn't know how to support that, but he will change things and help you if he feels that great news is going to help support you. But he will love you and see who your person is and support them too. He'll put them through trial and error and see if good karma comes out of it and sees that you are well. Certainly want to see that you are well. Certainly can't hear that my child is going to hurt. So I'm going to help her and see good karma comes to her love life, and certainly want to justify anyone that's going to give her problems. I will be there to sort out her problems and help him. Help him is what I'm going to do, because he needs to love me first, or even love her. Which way is it going? Wow. It sounds like, the man here needs to support the daughter. I mean, whoever your father is, he wants, the man to love the father first, or maybe shake the father's hand before their marriage, or ask the father's hand in marriage in some way. It could be along them roads, but anyway, it does say good karma comes to you overall. With the female missing in her mind, she will never hear herself again. Bad news is coming for her. Blackout is coming soon, and she'll never hear her mind again. Oh my goodness. All right, see what else is going on. It says, warning, she's going through mental health and stress right now, but she will not deal with it as much as you if you feel like you feel it. It says sometimes you feel it a lot and you hate it, but you have to deal with her wrath at times when she's pushing her negative mind on you. It says a female is going through stress right now because of a parent that is pushing her into a mental health institution in her mind, or maybe a problem in her life. It says she will go through it first because I'm not dealing with her. Let her deal with that, because I'm not punishing myself for this woman. All right, let's see what's going on with those that are single. Those that are single are loving on themselves more than anything. Love life is certainly something that they want, and see that better news is coming soon. It says many of you are going to go through this until you see better news. Judgment is coming. Victory is coming. Details of you having secrets or sex or even problems with people are coming, but it says not all of you. Many of you love yourself, so you will deal with things in many different ways, but you'll probably see better news if you certainly have sex with someone or not have sex with them, or maybe even have sex with a person that you feel like is not harming you. It says no one needs to have sex with anyone that's going to harm anyone, so talk less about it. Speak less to me and I will see that good karma comes. Okay, so it says love life is certainly going to be beneficial with you, and prayers are going to help you. Prayers, because what if I don't want to give you something that I don't want? It says many of you will stay single and don't want to deal with no man or female, so let yourself be and behave and give yourself good karma in your mind, and certainly behave yourself in your mind and don't see anyone harm you. Okay, let's see what's going on with those in a relationship. It says those in a relationship are not really getting any good karma, but they are at sometimes, and they will help each other, and they love each other, and they will support each other. Mostly gift each other and give each other and support each other. Mainly giving each other a lot of love and a lot of good karma. Even sex, but it does say punishments to those that don't want to help the females see that they've got good karma. Let them see the wrath of the men that are doing well for the females and love them so much to the point where they do love them so much. And I hate men that can't stand a female, because my female is always with me and I love her so much. That is so beautiful. All right. It does say a love life is on its way to you, and you are gifted with good karma through men that want to see great news for their girlfriends. Jealousy is out there with men that don't want to see good karma for their girlfriends, but it does say I know I want to see good karma for my girlfriend, so I'm going to see, and I love her so much. Oh, that is so beautiful. All right. So I say you warn yourself a lot that good news is coming, and it's coming, and it's warning you. Good girlfriend energy is there for you to take. And many times over, the man that you didn't have in the past is going to be mean or jealous or send negative energy your way, but never communicate it or never have good karma. He will love himself, and he will see that bad news is there for him. Let him stay there with his negative mental health and stay there forever and never see you again. And let him war with whatever is in him and leave him behind. Let the jealousy take over his mind in ways that he feels like he can have fun in his own personal life. No more time to wonder if he's ever going to be bad to you. He will never be bad to you. Warning for any man out there that wants to have negative energy with a female, even my own, I'm never going to allow her to. So mind your manners. Pee off. Make sure you don't speak about mine or even anyone else's. You have bad news. Warning you, don't speak, but you have bad news. Okay, so I feel like the man is honing in here and you know, protecting his female energy, protecting his feminine, protecting his wifey, protecting his woman. Okay, it does say love life is certainly going to be gratifying to you when you see that you have better news, and your love life is certainly on its way. Healing and mending and journeys beyond years of karmic value systems and good friends and good family members or even good friendships. Certainly warning you that troubles are not yours. You have great news. Warning, all those that don't have good news will have good news that want it, and everyone is going to be loved. Jealousy is not the answer. Good love is there for you all to have. Oh, that is beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's see what's going on with the married couples. Says, I have timed the situation so much and I see that I'm not in a good mood. I realize I'm not in a good mood because what if I wanted to be in my mind about it? Didn't want to harm her. Didn't want to say that she was going to have bad news. Didn't want to hear that she was going to have bad news. Wondered if someone would hurt her the way I was hurt. Didn't want to hear that bad news ever came to me. Now I see that she is probably going to give herself to good karma and marry someone that loves her. Didn't want to see that she had bad news. Just warned myself it could never happen. What if I don't want to see her happy? Just don't want to hear that she's happy. Don't want to look at her like she's a happy person. Made sure that I don't want to see this, and I heard that she never gets a good karmic man. I just realized that it's not always going to be heard because I can't hear everything that's going on. What happened to her? Where is she? What happened to her? So someone could be looking, maybe it's a past ex or a past person a potential, you know, ex-married person. It does say he knows that he can't have good karma with you, but what if you do have good karma now? It does say good things about your life, because you probably had better news in your love life with no one else but you in your mind of who you wanted, rather than the female or male that wanted to push you down a well or punish you with negative energy. You probably have a better man now. I realize this because what if your life is so perfect and I'm obviously healing in my mind from hurt that I've had in my lifetime? Didn't want to hear that you had bad news, but I have better news now, is what she's saying, and better news is something she's getting. Wonder if she didn't have better news? Laugh, because she's in a marriage now and she's adoring her person. Wow. So someone's in a better marriage now, or in a better relationship now, than a past person that seems to wanted to see, you know, this other person hurt. Maybe it could be you. You know, this person wanted to see hurt, and now you're in a better relationship. You're in a better marriage now. Okay, it does say you have seen that you are loved, and so much girlfriend boyfriend energy has led to punishments with the man that didn't want you to have good karma, but your relationship now is so much better than before. Laugh, because you always had good karma and the man never saw it, but now he sees it with you and someone else, and he does not like it, but he doesn't need to care anymore. He realized he's not going to see you, but he has to move on. It says you will always have broken wishes in your mind for people that don't want to see heavenly gifts or even heavenly problems in your mind. It says heavenly gifts are there for you to have. Certainly going to have heavenly gifts in your mind to subject you to good karma. You've got great news with adultery or even personal problems. It says no wonder I never saw good news come to me, because I had not given her good news. I never had heavenly gifts the way she's got heavenly gifts, and you've got heavenly gifts. Nothing's set in stone, but the heavenly gifts that you have are making you feel like problems are not yours. These people never wanted to see you win, but the heavenly gifts you have are certainly going to be burden to you, is what they think. It says no one wonders more about you more than the man that didn't have you. He realizes now that you could be blessed, so blessed in your life, that the heavenly gifts you have are certainly bringing you great fortune. It says, what if you've got great gifts to the point where you don't have them? And then I realized I don't want to hear that you have. It says the men that don't want to see you happy never thought about it. They have gifts in their mind that they could give their females or their friends or maybe even people that they love, but never wanted to see you happy. It says don't wonder more about it. You've got great news on its way to you. Believe you me, the wonderful wedding we're going to have in the near future is probably going to be the best friend, best boyfriend, best mind games, best female problems that no one ever had before, because you never had problems in your life. It was me that was jealous and wanted you to serve. Caution with problems with people. I'm picking up two kind of people. It says one is a negative person that doesn't want to see you happy, and one is a blessed person that does want to see you happy. It does say you're warning yourself that you've already built the relationship with the person, and it does say you have given yourself good gifts to support the person. You've realized that you're in love, and the man that you're in love with is really in love with you, and you don't care about anyone else. You're just in love and they're in love with you. So that's beautiful. Now let's see what's going on with the individuals. Aries and Taurus. Aries can't fight it anymore, needs to say hello but doesn't want to, and can't say anything, doesn't want to, and never will want to. So priding yourself over the matter is not going to probably give you a good answer, but it does make you feel better that you don't need to worry about them. Okay, what's going on with Taurus and Taurus? Taurus is jealous over the other Taurus, but does love the other Taurus being with another mind game of their own. They feel like they're never going to have anyone good for themselves, but they don't know who's with them and who's not with them. It says they love themselves, but they can't see anyone good for them. So they realize that sometimes they have good karma, but sometimes they don't. It says they realize they're with someone that they love. And obviously the other Taurus loves the female more than the male does. It does say the man loves his female just as much, and it doesn't say anything bad, but people gossiping and lying about their relationship constantly. Okay, so what's going on with What's going on with Gemini and Taurus? Gemini hates you but can't stand you and wants to see you win, but not really, and they don't like to see that troubles are there, but they wonder what's going on with you and can't ignore the fact that they're troubled in their mind and want problems for you the way they have. Okay. What's going on with Cancerian and Taurus? Cancer doesn't care about you and wonders if their jealous love life is suffering and doesn't want you to feel bad, but they're suffering in silence and don't want you to feel bad, but they are suffering in silence. Okay, what's going on with Leo and Taurus? Taurus doesn't care but doesn't really want to know what's going on with Leo, and Leo doesn't really want to know with what's going on with them. It says they know that they don't care about me, so leave me alone. I will punish those who punish me, or punish my mum, or punish my dad, or punish anyone. You punish me, I'm punishing you all. Okay, what's going on with Virgos and Taurus? Virgo hates you, feels like they don't love you but don't want to say it and don't want to speak about it. They love you and hate you and curse you and walk all over you in their mind and don't want to say it, but they really do discuss you in private and want to work on that with many females or males, or want to say something to you but don't know how to support you, or maybe even probably want to give you plans to marry, but they don't know how to support this either. Putting off generosity or even problems with their mental health are not going to help. They really want to see bad news but good news at the same time too, and don't know which way to go. Okay, let's see what's going on with Libra and Taurus. Libra doesn't want to see that good news comes to anyone, but does see good news for themselves, and doesn't want to hear bad news for anyone, but doesn't want to really hear bad news for anyone, because they really do pride themselves over the matter and see that they don't speak well at times or even give themselves enough time to think. They need to think about what it is they're saying instead of punishing everyone for their mistakes or their problems. Okay, what's going on with Scorpio and Taurus? Scorpio doesn't mind Taurus as long as they feel like that they have great news ahead of them or even with them. It says time after time, you tell me off, but I don't want to hear bad news with you. It says Taurus does not want to hear bad news with you, but they really do love you and they do support you at times. Putting you off is something that they do sometimes, but they don't really love you at times is what you feel. Scorpio doesn't feel like Taurus loves them at all at times, but they do, and they wonder if they could love themselves more than they love the Taurus, or maybe even love the Taurus but don't know how to see which Taurus is going to help them with good karma. Okay, let's see what's going on with let's see what's going on with Sag. Sag doesn't care about Taurus, but Taurus cares about Sag. And Sag doesn't really care about anyone but themselves. It says, sadly, they do see good karma come with them with Taurus, but they don't always know which way to go with them. They wonder who's going to help them support their mind with people that are going to support them. It does say they wonder who's their friend and who's their foe, and they wonder who's going to support them with their family members or people that are going to support them with anyone else. It says you all have to worry about good karma, but you love yourself and you will be there for yourself. But certainly Sag is not going to see that you love yourself as much as you do. So you've got to support yourself. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Capricorn. Capricorn doesn't care much about you and really hates you and doesn't want to date you. Doesn't want to see you in a wild mind game of your own or even a wedding. Doesn't want to see you supported with any of it. Doesn't want to hear good news come to you. Does not want to believe it. Does not want to support it. And does not want to see it. They wonder why, but they will really hate themselves one day when they see bad news come to you, or even themselves. They're warning themselves not to speak, but they're wondering why they steal from you, take from you, or even put root work, spell work, or negative energy on you. They really like you and dislike you, but they are very loyal or even worthy to another friend and never you. They will always love themselves and never trust that they believe in good karma, so they wonder why it doesn't work. Okay. What's going on with Aquarius? It says Aquarius never saw you as a friend ever, and they will detail that in their mind forever. They will never see you as a friend. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Pisces. Pisces does not care about you or even date you the way they want to date you. They see you as a friend, but not really, and they wonder why. They just don't like you, and they wonder why they could like you, and maybe even like you sometimes, but not always. And they do please their mind to help you or support you, but don't want to hear bad news. Is always yours. It says they do want to work with you and support you at times when you're poor or negative or even mentally stressed out. It says no wonder they don't like me, because I'm always pinching my mind to tell myself off. Does this person really like me, or am I in love with my mind? It does say you always work on your mind to wonder if they're going to love you, and they will never love you the way you love yourself. Okay, So that was your tarot reading, Taurus. Let's see what's going on with your angel messages. Let's see. My goodness. Right, Taurus. Okay, it says passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. So you may be very passionate about how you're feeling right now, or maybe even with the person that you're speaking to, or even seeing, or, you know, supporting, or them with you, vice versa. So let's see what else is going on. Angel messages. It says, child, you care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to your children who need you. Okay? So maybe you guys need to support your children right now, or they need your support in something. Okay? You could be even, you know, it could be even a parent that is, you know, trying to support you in some ways. Whether good, you know, whether good or bad, you just have to see things from your own perspective. Okay, it does say gentleness, Archangel Sandalphon. Be very gentle with yourself at this time. Surround yourself with gentle people, situations, and the environment. So you may be a bit sensitive to energies right now and need more, you know, calmness, more peace and harmony in your life right now. Okay, through the energies of, you know, the surroundings. So let's see what's going on with universal messages. Okay, this one's coming out in reverse. Let's see why. It does say the universe works fast when I'm having fun. So some of you guys may not be feeling like something's very fun right now. Okay, maybe you want more fun in your life. Maybe you feel like something, you know, needs to give for you to have a bit more, you know, happiness, more fun, more freedom from curses, spells, or even rituals, or even punishments of people. It does say, warning though, you have better news when the time has come for you to feel like blessings are on its way. Okay, so let's see what's going on with your I'm picking up something about emails as well, so just pay attention to something about emails. Okay, and love life, and certainly good sex, and maybe even friendships, and many things. It says there's lots of things for you to hone in or even pay attention to right now. All right, see what's going on with your angel numbers. It says number 16, number 20, number 54, number 3, number 52, number 27. It says number 14, also number 44, or number 5, number 6, and number 7, number 10, 11, and 38. Okay. I feel like you've got a family member that's trying to punish you or even destroy you, for some of you. And it does say for all of you, have great news with your friends or your family members if you have good news. So some of you don't have the greatest news, but it does say, warning, you are being attacked, or there's love life journey to be discovered or rediscovered in ways that you're giving yourself good karma in your mind and how you see things and deal with things. Okay? So my lovelies, that was your reading. I will speak to you in your next one. Ciao for now. Bye.